Throughout Season 2, Georgie and Mandy's first marriage has been steadily building tension within the family, and Episode 10 represents the culmination of that effort, at least for now. The cracks that have been forming all season are now impossible to ignore. Relationships are strained, patience is thin, and the veneer of politeness has worn away. As the show heads into its mid-season break, it leaves viewers with a sense of anticipation and unease. Something has to give. When the series returns, it seems inevitable that these unresolved tensions will lead to change. Whether that change brings healing or further fracture remains to be seen. What is clear is that Georgie and Mandy's first marriage is not interested in offering easy answers or comforting illusions. Instead, it continues to explore the messy, complicated reality of family life, even when that reality is uncomfortable. Miami Beach and a Magical Family Christmas may not be a feel-good holiday episode, but it is an honest one, and that honesty is what makes it so compelling. By leaning into dysfunction rather than avoiding it, the show affirms its commitment to telling authentic stories about love, resentment, obligation, and the fragile ties that bind families together. And as bleak as this midpoint may feel, it also sets the stage for meaningful growth, conflict, and transformation in the episodes to come. Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage Season 2, Episode 10, aptly titled Miami Beach and a Magical Family Christmas, delivers a holiday episode that is anything but warm and cozy. Rather than leaning into sentimentality or nostalgic cheer, the series chooses to embrace chaos, resentment, and unresolved tension, offering viewers a brutally honest portrait of family dysfunction during what is supposed to be the most joyful time of the year. In doing so, the episode stands out as one of the most emotionally raw installments of the season, reminding audiences that Christmas, for many families, is less about peace on earth and more about barely contained frustration. As the mid-season finale of Season 2, this episode arrives immediately after Episode 9, creating a sharp tonal shift that feels deliberate and purposeful. Where the previous episode largely explored dysfunction through the lens of business and financial strain, Episode 10 turns its attention inward, placing the spotlight squarely on family relationships that are already fraying under pressure. The result is an episode that feels uncomfortably real, painfully relatable, and, at times, darkly funny. From the opening moments, it is clear that the holidays are not going to bring anyone closer together. Instead, Christmas acts as a catalyst, amplifying long-standing insecurities, competition, and resentment within the McAllister family. Plans that should be straightforward quickly become battlegrounds for control, ego, and unresolved emotional baggage. And at the center of it all is Audrey, whose actions drive much of the episode's conflict. As Christmas approaches, the McAllisters find themselves scrambling to make holiday arrangements, but not everyone is on the same page. Georgie and Mandy, both weighed down by responsibilities and expectations, have already resigned themselves to the idea of working through the holidays. Rather than seeing Christmas as a time for relaxation or celebration, they view it as an opportunity, or necessity, to stay focused on their obligations. Georgie even turns down the chance to travel to California, where Mary and Missy plan to visit Sheldon, choosing instead to prioritize work. For Georgie and Mandy, this decision feels practical. They are young parents trying to stabilize their lives, manage finances, and build something sustainable together. Taking time off feels indulgent, perhaps even irresponsible. In that sense, their initial plan to stay put makes sense, and would have remained intact if not for Audrey. Everything changes the moment Audrey learns that Mary Cooper and Missy are heading to California for the holidays. What could have been a passing detail instead ignites Audrey's long-standing, deeply ingrained need to compete with Mary. This rivalry, subtle at times and glaringly obvious at others, has been simmering beneath the surface for much of the series. In this episode, it boils over. The mere idea that Mary might be doing something festive, meaningful, or memorable with her family is enough to send Audrey into action. Almost immediately, her priorities shift. It is no longer about what is practical or what makes sense for Georgie and Mandy. It becomes about not being outdone. Audrey cannot tolerate the notion that Mary Cooper might be having a more exciting or emotionally fulfilling holiday than she is. Don't forget to like, share, and comment for more satisfactory recap on Bullseye Movies channel.